All right, everyone, let's get this thing started. It seems like we are good on both YouTube and Twitch sides, so welcome. It has been a few days. I wasn't feeling too good. As you know, health is wealth, so you got to look after yourself. So I said, okay, rather let me not force anything and obviously take the rest when needed. So I did that, and I'm not 100%, but I'm able to stream today because I do want to get some game time in, because Meta Weekly is tomorrow, so I am doing that again. So I haven't played any Yu-Gi-Oh in like literally a few days, so it's like I think since probably the last Meta Weekly, or no, actually no, I'm lying. Since Monday actually, because Monday I played a few games on ranked, and then then Tuesday till Friday just been completely off Yu-Gi-Oh completely. So I've just been resting up, but today I feel good. So let me just try and see if I can get a stream in, at least a bit before the, at the Meta Weekly, of course, because I don't want to feel rusty when I go there, because I like to get some games in just to, get the game sense and muscle memory going, and just to test out different variants. So yeah, it's really we'll see how it goes, but yeah, all good. But otherwise, I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, Blues, welcome. You're the guy from Meta Weekly highlight video. Yeah, I was there last week. We had a good game against Fiend Smith Control. 3 games, 2-1. I won game 1, and then game 2. Game 2 was weird because I was playing around a certain card, and then it just didn't play it the way I wanted it to play. So I just like, okay, it's whatever. And then game 3 was just literally, I don't know why people are surprised about game 3, because I think it was played just fine. I mean, turn 1 I made unaffected Argonaut. Okay, turn 2 he dealt with it. Turn 3 I betted all the interruptions, and then I just kept my Trina in hand, summoned the Poseidra, do all my board breaking, and then that was basically it. I was under Dark Ruler. I knew I was under Dark Ruler, but the game was pretty much won because he literally had 0 follow-up after that. So even if he stayed around, I mean, the one card he was going to do, I still had a full field with Zelanta's board wipe, and his graveyard wasn't having anything, so all his Fiendsmith stuff was gone, unless you opened a Bastille, but even then it wasn't going to be enough. So I think even with the Dark Rune no more not having damage per se, having a board presence on field like that was more than enough. So that was game 3. So it was a good game, because it wasn't like, okay, I was completely like blown out. I was actually giving like interactions where usually if you know how the deck operates, then you'll be able to counter it. But of course he wasn't familiar with my deck, which obviously was a good favor, because literally his whole deck didn't do anything. His Bastilles were doing nothing. So yeah, it was just one of those games which is like, okay, it is what it is. And then the other round, the other round was a bit weird, because we literally faced a Blue Eyes player, but I promise you, he wasn't the best Blue Eyes player I've seen. But he just obviously had the right hand traps, and that was it. Literally, that was it. And obviously, we could have plays, but it just wasn't enough, because he still had, the Drill Beam and Majesty and all those other things. So that's really how unfortunate that other round went. But it's fine. I mean, we still managed to have a feature at least, so I'm not worried about that. But at least people got to see a glimpse of what the deck does, so it's fine. I guess most folks aren't familiar with the entire potential of water cards beyond Merlantians being its own deck, but an engine enables it all. Yeah, I think but even Mermail, I think people just don't know that what actually to do against Mermail, because you would think, oh, I'm gonna Vela Imper my Neptubus. That doesn't do anything, because everything is sending for cost. So you literally have a lot of things activating on different chain links, so it's very difficult for your opponent to actually deal with your plays. And especially if you're playing a deck like with Bastilles and everything, literally no one's like obviously most of the meta now is light and dark, so Bestials make sense. But against water decks, it literally does nothing. So it's kind of like basically bricks in your hand essentially. So that's the nice thing about it, because it's really one of those things I like about playing type of decks like that, because it catches people off guard. So that means they don't really know exactly what to play around. And like I said, if you saw the replays, it's literally just very simple board, but the interactions that you need to know, like you see, he had to read a bit, and obviously he wasn't reading enough to know, okay, these are the small interactions that happen in the deck. So that was pretty much it. So that's pretty much most of my game, and that's how I've been playing Marencius the whole time. Because it's funny how you asked, you know, well, people were asking in his chat specifically, like, why is he only playing Marencius now? I've been playing Marencius for a long time, but it hasn't been this, like, it hasn't felt this good, because we needed the right cards to actually make it playable going first and going second. Because I think going first is obviously fine, but going second was where it really was struggling, because we had to pray we open certain combinations, and that was pretty much it. But we're not playing literally a second deck basically. Now we are playing effectively two decks. So you would think, okay, you're stopping Marencius lines, but I still have Atlantean lines to play still, or vice versa. So it really does help you know, the deck play a lot better, especially in the best of one. I think if you can even play this in the TCG also, which I have been playing, and I've been doing pretty well. You know, I haven't been going to, like, obviously regionals and anything, but it definitely feels great, especially when you have side deck abilities. Like, it's just even better, because you can set up specific cards for specific matchups. Obviously in Master Duel you can't do that, but it is what it is. So that's really how the deck feels, and I think really it will be shown like that, because that's literally how, I mean, you guys have seen a glimpse of it. I mean, in the last few weeks now, I've been literally like emphasizing so much like how amazing this deck feels. It really feels different. It's like a whole different beast of a deck. So I mean, if we have Marencius cards that are basically like similar to that, then obviously then we'll cut out the Atlantean stuff. But for now, it's probably the best synergy as an engine that really benefits off it. So I'm going to be running it until the ending of time. And the nice thing about it, it's future proof, because I've been taking this is months before it even came out in Master Duel. Also been playing it on simulators with all the other metas before. We haven't gotten all these other cards yet, but it's literally future proof. So I'm literally confident in this deck, so you'll be seeing it a lot. But there might be different variants of it, maybe, but the core premise is the same. So that is it. God Limits, welcome. Garla, my timing last week, I built a God card, Blue Eyes Hybrid, and Master Duel ban list goes, oh, about that. Now, I saw that ban list and I was like, why did Konami do that? Like, why are they making such decisions now before things happen? I don't understand why they did it, but okay, I guess we have to talk about that also. But it's so weird though, what the ban list. So we'll probably talk about that in a bit. It's also true and huge. It's like generic support, that's great, and we'll lose. Yeah, definitely. I don't think they'll ever touch those Mermail Atlantean cards. The only thing they'll probably hit is maybe like Barrier Statue or Mullen Glacier or other cards that people don't like, and Abyss Dweller. That's totally fine, because it doesn't affect my deck specifically, because just like with every deck that runs an engine, it's not super broken. And water is fairly balanced, because even if you use a Shadow Squad and Abyss Shrine, those are the only cards that lock you out of water monsters from the extra deck. So it's perfectly balanced. It's not like Fiendsmith and all these other broken engines, which will definitely be, you know, where it's just making generic stuff and everyone on the side have seen the same stuff, because the Mermail stuff will never ever get hit. I don't think so, because it's like it's not meta warping the game to the point where now, oh my gosh, it's unfair. Yes, certain cards are unfair. Minstrel's unfair, Mullen Glazer's unfair, Barrier Statue's unfair, but the deck all around is still decent. And because there's those restrictions, Konami knows it's not going to be like a super broken thing. So they're not gonna touch those things, so it's perfectly fine. So up until we get direct support with Marensis, we are literally going to be playing that literally for literally from now to until we get actual support. So yeah, definitely you can enjoy the ride from here, because it's only gonna get better from here. We're going to be adapting to every meta that comes, and literally we are future proof, so we're good. It's no totally awesome. We need that Omni Negate. I mean, the Omni Negate is okay, but the problem is you must also realize the totally awesome play is very overcommitting, because remember, you need to make 2 level 4s, make Bahamut, and then make Toad. But if you're not doing that all the time, then it's like, what do you do? So yeah, it's not I mean, even before Totally Awesome got banned, I wasn't running it, because I felt like it's just a lot of resource you have to commit to. And remember, Bahamut can get impermed, so it's like you're doing all of that just to get impermed or whatever. It's like not really worth it. So it's like a lot of commitment you have to make, and it makes your plays a bit awkward. So I feel like you don't really need Totally Awesome. I mean, it would be great to have Totally Awesome in the pure Mermail deck, but if you're not using that, it's fine. It's totally okay. Funny how in this case, the actual toxic cards are outside the engines. Barrier, Moonling Glacier, Duel. Yeah, it's like these are cards they've always been there, but it's just like, I mean, yes, Mermail abuses it more than others. But remember, you don't need Barrier Statue to win games. You don't need Dweller to win games. You don't need Minstrel. This Minstrel is nice, but Minstrel acts as the same thing as Aqua Angel. So Aqua Angel is basically the same thing as Minstrel. The difference is Minstrel banishes a card till the end phase, whereas Aqua Angel just looks at your hand. But also remember, Aqua Angel is once per duel, whereas Minstrel is actually like once per turn, essentially, because it's only good in the hand, obviously. But there's even a more toxic card than Minstrel, which is Psyframe Lord Omega, because Omega is for 2 turns, because it's only returning to your next standby phase. So it's even more toxic than Minstrel. At least Minstrel, you get your card back. But you remember the other stream where we played that Stardust player, Synchron player, whatever? He had a full board. He happened to banish my one of Marensis dive of Omega. Imagine if I had that coming back to me on the end phase, I would have broken his entire board. But because I didn't have that extra play, I could only go to a link 3. I couldn't go to a link 4. So that actually essentially threw the game away from me, because I didn't have any other play after that. So that's the same thing. So, and exactly, Omega's not hard once per turn as well. So you would think, okay, that card is. You would think that card is fair. It's actually not fair. It's actually more toxic than Minstrel. But hey, we're not going to say anything about that, right? Because people don't know what exactly they want in the game, because they're fine with, for example, FTK decks, delayed FTKs if you're going to eventually get there, Omega banished twice, potentially up 2 cards from your hand for 2 turns, not for 1 turn, for 2 turns. Minstrel is only till the end phase, so it's just to play around hand traps. That's literally what Minstrel is there for. I see Minstrel as a card to play around hand traps. The same thing with Aqua Angel, even though it's once per duel, it's just to play around hand traps. That's literally it. And to have hand knowledge, I would say, oh, you're playing this deck, cool. This is the plays I need to make. So it makes you smarter to not making bad inboards to play into certain cards, because that's how you win games. You if you have that hand knowledge, you will play. You obviously make better boards. Then you'll know exactly what to play around. So you saw in that last week's first duel, because I knew you had the imperm, it didn't make sense to go Argonaut play, because remember, the Sea Angel will get negated. So the best thing was make Neptibus, then do full combo. Then I know imperm is useless. It basically does nothing. So that is, those small things that you need to know, small details like that. So really, that is what you have to acknowledge, that some of these cards are way more broken than Minstrel and all these other things, but no one's talking about it as well, because obviously not seen as much, but it is still there. I have a feeling even if Minstrel gets hit, almost the entire deep sea archetype does that kind of stuff. So they'll be replaced. Yeah, there's a lot of cards that look at the opponent's hand, especially the deep sea stuff. Most of the deep sea cards look at the opponent's hand, or they snap a hand, so they do all those things. But again, compared to what else is out there, I think that's, like I said, water has never been an issue in the game. Even when Totally Awesome was around, I think people, yes, when you compare to, like, for example, the TCG, of course, yes, people were making double Toad. That was kind of like, oh my gosh, that's super bad. But yet people are spamming 11 negates on field and engrave and in your hand and whatever. And Totally Awesome is only negating 2 things and potentially stealing a card. I mean, that's not like super amazing compared to what people are spamming infinite negates. You're telling me Totally Awesome is more powerful than Apollo USA? Yeah, I mean, it's Omni Negate, but at least the Omni Negate was not like easy to summon compared to a Baron de Fleur. Baron de Fleur was like, it's so generic, anybody could literally summon it. If you don't have restrictions, of course. But that's it. So that really is. Yeah, the fact that Toad wasn't even, it wasn't for being water, but being spammed through rank 4 spam or Sprite, exactly. Because although it was water, other decks were still benefiting from it because it just required you going into Bahamut Shark, Toad, or 2 level 2 Aqua monsters, which was relatively easy in a Sprite deck. You could do that. And especially now with the modern support, it's even way easier to get 2 Aqua monsters, especially with the Rodentonen, the Frog plays. Sprite could make Toad easily without even using Bahamut Shark. It was just usually dumping Toad with the Swamp Frog, Ronin Toad and Reborn. Then you got 2 level 2 Aquas, boom, you got Totally Awesome. And the fact that Sprite Elf can bring it back, it's like an infinite negate, it feels like, but that's the only card I was actually abusing it. But again, they banned Totally Awesome, but they keep Sprite Elf in the game. But Sprite Elf is just not balanced at all. A card that is balanced is Mermaid King Neptunus, because that is only for water monsters only. And it's only supposed to be playing its own archetype because it's not generic enough to say, okay, I can splash it in any deck, because it only literally benefits water monsters, which is totally fine. Literally fine. So if you're playing that, you're playing some sort of Atlantean or an engine of sorts. So that is my thing on that. But yeah, we definitely need, I think water needs more support, because yes, as much as yes, they've given Mermaid Atlantean, they've given Shark, we need more. Because compared to everything else, I mean, we need to be caught up. At least Sharks has caught up to the current meta. Mermaid Atlantean's caught up to the current meta. But now I think Marinces, I think, can really get that extra wave of support. I mean, just give us new cards, bro. Like literally, we need a way to modernize that deck. Because if we can modernize that deck, we'll literally be fine. But at the moment, we are not. The deck itself is not a modern deck compared to what other decks are out there. You could even say cards like what is this? Decks like Salamangreat are basically the same, but because they have other fire generic support, which is helping them. But they also have been getting support over the years. But I think we definitely need that if you want to make it, you know, a viable strat, because it really has good potential. But it's just, it needs the right sort of cards to make it work. And I think Mermaid Atlantean does really make it really work. So, yeah. I mean, they have the idea, but they just need to do it now specifically for Marinces. They need to understand what Marinces, what it works, and just give them something new. Like how are we able to not search a monster yet? That is just unreal. Because almost every archetype can search a monster, except for Marinces. That is just slow. Because all we're doing now, we're relying on recovering our cards from graveyard. But the thing is, you have to have a setup in the graveyard to even make it even worthwhile. Otherwise, you're relying on blue tang excavating, or those are the only ways. And the problem is that's not sufficient, because you need to have actually a way to say, okay, add a monster from deck to hand. Then actually it opens up the pool of, okay, now we can play these random one-offs which people do not play. For example, the Sleepy Maiden. Sleepy Maiden's a good card, so that you can actually make Argonaut without the field spell, because it actually still gives a negate. But now, because you don't have because the speed maze is level 5, you can't do it with anything else. It doesn't start your plays, it's just an extender, but you can actually search it, or you can search a specific monster that you need at that time, or give us a effect like Martha, where basically you can, if you control no monsters, you can either discard a card or whatever, summon that monster and then summon a Marincess from deck. I'll be perfectly fine if I can only summon Marincess monsters. I'm perfectly fine, literally fine with that, because we just need ways to get access to bodies on field, and that's what we were lacking. So right now Mermel is doing that for us. We got Silent Mining before a sonar kind of card that doesn't suck. Yeah, it really, but even then, Silent Mining is still bad because it doesn't switch all our cards. Because now you see, now I have a card like Aqua Angel. It's not even a Cyberse, so it's one of the better cards in the deck, but yet you can't even search it with Silent Mining, which is still like doesn't make sense. And also Silent Mining only searches level 4 or lower, not even any Cyberse monster, because I think that would be pretty broken if it searches any Cyberse monster. But the fact that it's level 4 or lower, it plays into Ash, and if that's your only play, and also you're potentially giving up hand traps, which is not really, good for card economy, you say. So that's really not ideal. So that's why Silent Mining is not really an option for us, because it's just not worth it. Unless you have like 3 Marincess cards and you don't want to see this card in your hand by in the grave, that's fine, but it's still not viable. So those are the things that you really have to think about when you are, deck building, all that stuff. So the level 4 limit is kind of fine, and everywhere Rhoda and Bonfire do that. Bro, oh my goodness. Can we like, okay, so Rhoda is literally any warrior monster that's level 4 or lower. But the nice thing about Rhoda, there's no discard. And Bonfire, there's literally no discard. So that's the benefit between those cards and Silent Mining. Silent Mining is what we call a balance card, because you have to discard a card to add a card. So your difference is you're trading one card, discarding one card, and getting one card. So you are going net 1. Whereas literally Rhoda and Bonfire is a +1, because why? There's no discard. Rhoda just says add a level 4. And they had to make it limited to 1 because it wasn't once per turn. But Bonfire is once per turn, but even then it's still giving you access to broken pyros for some reason, because all of a sudden pyro monsters are everywhere and they keep making more pyros, which are good. So if Silent Mining did not have that restriction of, discarding a card, then Silent Mining would definitely be a grade 1 of or 2 of in our deck. But it's not, because of that reason. So that's honestly for me why I think that Silent Mining is not played as often, because it's not beneficial compared to Rhoda and Bonfire, because there's no cost for activating Rhoda, there's no cost for activating Bonfire. There really is no cost. So that's what makes those cards more powerful versus a Silent Mining, where you're potentially giving up a card just to add a card potentially which may or may not impact the game. So because you search a card, but then it can lose to the normal summon, or it can get banished or whatever. Then it's like, okay, you did all that play, you discarded potentially a hand trap for something that doesn't really do anything, potentially. Whereas Rhoda, Bonfire, no real disadvantage. Only thing is that even if you lose to an Ash, you didn't lose a card doing it. Which is why I think Small World is better, because at least Small World, even if you get Ash, you don't lose a card, because it's on resolution when you have to lose a card, where you have to banish one from your hand, one from your deck. That's the only card that I think is better. But yeah, that's just me. But I feel like we need a searcher. We need to have a way to search monsters, and then also maybe find a monster that can search a spell or trap at the same time. So you're not just restricted, okay, search a spell, search a trap, because again, you want to probably search different things. Maybe buff the field spell, I don't know, maybe you need a new field spell altogether that does bonus effects, not just making monsters unaffected and gaining equips, because maybe the card will be named that this card's always treated as Marincess Battle Ocean. Then something will happen, like some bonus effects, like how they did Skyscraper. They revamped the field spell for heroes, right? Same thing. give it some additional effects, you know, and also give us a new trap, because I feel like we don't have really good traps. We have like 4 or 5 traps, but only one of them is good. At least give us options, like, okay, to make us at least play more than one, because right now we're only playing maximum like 2 wave, but we would like to play something else so that we don't have to, like, you know, play these bad cards, you know, which are literally situational. So yeah, but yeah, let's see. So we're gonna do some dice rally. I think we're on round 3, so I think this is the last round before all the stuff comes. So I see the round 4 is when you get the last stuff. So we're pretty much on our way there. So imagine they give you an additional effect, but they give us 7 tachyon restriction. Bro, that's fine, because if they say we're only locked into water monsters or we lock into Marissa's monsters, that's perfectly fine, because before you activate that, because the nice thing about 7 tachyon, it's before you activate that effect. So it's not like you have it's restricting for the entire turn, it's just before. The same thing with Exorcist of Martha, it's the same thing. It's before you activate Martha, you're locked into Exorcist. So yeah, so if you use the effect for the rest of the turn, you cannot summon whatever the restriction is. So whether it's Xyz monsters or whatever the type is, that's perfectly fine. So I think if we can get that would be great, because already we kind of waterlocked already. So if they put more water restrictions on, it doesn't really help us, because most of our cards waterlock us anyway. There's 4 cards in our deck that waterlock us, so like, what even is the point? You got 2 links, or you got 3 links, and then you got one spell that locks you. The rest doesn't lock you. So, but yeah, let's just play some dice rally, finish it up, and then we'll go into some ranked. But yeah, I think maybe we'll check the ban list also, because I didn't obviously talk about it, but I think it is good to mention it, because I think the ban list did kind of make things interesting, because they hit certain cards I thought they wouldn't hit, and they also unban cards which I thought they wouldn't unban, but okay. Ooh, this hand is all full of stuff. All full of stuff. Good hand though. It's a very good hand. It's a good hand. I mean, obviously got no hand traps, but I think most hand traps are not even legal in this event anyway. But I think the Mochamis and I think Ash and other things are still legal, so it's fine. And did I miss? Bro, what? The Punisher just scooped. That's interesting. Okay. But the hand was good. Regardless, the hand was good. I think we could have done something. Yeah, the thing is, this format, people might hate this Dash Rally, but for me, this actually is a very refreshing format, because like every hand trap is actually going to be doing something. So there's, oh, what is this? Surprise chain. What is that? Oh, extra card. Okay. What was that? Surprise chain. We could have used that, but that's okay. So we have an extra card. So this is basically Master Rule 6, if that's to make it Master Rule 6. Because this event actually is really good, because it's balanced enough to the point where every deck is pretty much viable, so you don't lose to the obvious thing. Oh my gosh, Maxi. Oh my gosh, whatever. It's basically like TCG format, with obviously Master Duel Forbidden Limited List, but basically there's no Maxi. And there's no cross out too, and no call by, so it means your stuff will actually resolve. So that's a very big benefit. Oh, this is a good hand. Click and echo. Uh-oh. Play with your hand revealed. That's a bit annoying. Ah, speaking of Rhoda, there it is. Speaking of Rhoda, Memento. Oh, gosh, bro, this deck. Memento. Well, the nice thing about this is a water monster, so we can just use it for linking up. And also, it's a sea serpent. So, ironically, if this goes to our field, it's perfectly fine because we can see what our opponent's playing. Okay, cool. They can see my hand, but that's fine. I'll see their hand also. But a crazy hand though. We got Water Channeler, which is good because we can discard Shadow Squad to play around normal summon. Because I know Memento's gonna put up some disruptions and all those things, but we can deal with it. We can deal with it. They can pop cards on the field. They can do all sorts of things. So we'll see how far we can go. Memento's pretty good. It's a good deck. It's not bad. I mean, I think it's the same category as Mermail, I think, because you need to understand the interactions, and it obviously is a high skill deck because, I mean, you can pick it up, but you might not understand the interactions. You might not know, okay, this is what you're actually supposed to be doing, and you might mess up something and all that. So it's not like, okay, it's user friendly, I would say. Oh, jeez. We'll see at the end what this end board is. This guy will have multiple pops in. Multiple. So you have to force those things out. Sprite Alpha is legal or something. Okay. Yeah, that's good for me, because you can see my hand great, but I'm playing a water deck, so this actually doesn't really affect me. You just know what I'm playing now, so I can use this for link material if I want to. So it's literally the same thing. So. Masquerina? Isn't SP banned? I think SP is banned. I think SP is banned. Ooh. Unicorn and friends aren't. That's true. That's true. But it's fine. I think we'll see how we can play through it. I think we can definitely play through quite a few things. We'll play quite a few things. So first of all, I think we're gonna get a kaiju first, because we're gonna get this guy off the field, because this is gonna be a problem. And then yeah, we'll take it from there. Now he might have hand trap, so yeah, you see there's like gonna be multiple things going on, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Let's see what you draw for turn. Now remember, he can see our hand, so he knows. Oh, what a top deck. He knows that Feather Duster, so this is coming. He knows. Like, all of this is going to be going. So yeah, let's start with that, obviously. Let's clear that. Yeah, this is, yeah, he has to get rid of that because that's going to be like the only thing he can pop, so it's like fine. Literally fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a few things here. So these two are untargetable because Masquerade is untargetable and the Creation King is untargetable, but this guy is not. So what we're gonna do? So now you obviously can't see my hand anymore, but you already see my hand. So we have to be smart how we're gonna play through this. So we're going to bait out whatever he has in his hand. Maybe he has something. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, let's bait this out. Coming in the Gaddick, okay. It's fine. Gaddick is fine. Now you see, now we actually can add a lot of options here. Doesn't the field score? Yeah, I top deck Feather Duster. So that's a good plus for us. Now I'm gonna actually search search beside her, yeah. Yeah, Bone Party he also had, but he obviously lost it, so now he has to add it back with Gaddick now. So the Feather Duster was a good top deck because it was basically like 2 interruptions. Oh, draw. That's respectable. We can make plays on the draw. We can definitely make plays. That's why I added the Presider, because I knew if he had draw, it's fine. So luckily we have a Bistan that plays around draw. So let's do that. Let us do that. Now you can choose to pop 2. That's fine. We'll see what we can do here. Meta from hand or grave. So meta from hand, it seems like. Yeah, I still have plays. Because I haven't normal summon yet, so it's fine. Where is Shrine? It's in the deck. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine because now I can trigger the Presadra's Lantern reborning anything, and then it's like, yeah, it's like GG from here. So it's like, we'll see. We'll see. What did he add? We'll do this. So now Neptibus is pretty much useless now at this point. So, well, actually, no. Do we care about that? I mean, we can send another one actually. Yeah, let's send Seahorse here. Yeah, we actually, oh yeah, we actually play more copies, so it's actually fine. What do we send yet? We can't send Dragoons because obviously Dragoons is not going to be working, so it's fine. I think we're going to send just to bait out stuff. Actually, no. Let's do this. Let's spin back this guy. Vela, that's fine. It's fine. We're playing interruptions. We're playing through it. Let's see. We haven't normal summon yet, so that's good. Yeah. We haven't normal summon yet, so this is fine. 100% doesn't play any traps. He plays the one trap. He played this one, the Fracture, but we had Dusted to deal with it, so... Azalea. That's a very interesting card. Oh, okay. Alright. I guess, yeah, let's use the Neptibus, I guess. Take control, that's fine. That's fine. Literally fine, bro. Like, literally fine. We actually can still play the game, yo. I mean, yes, we don't have access to draw, to search, but it's fine. I mean, we can still make plays here. We can still make plays. If we mill some nice cards, that's also good. But if we don't, that's fine too. Ooh, Minstrel's actually pretty good. Ooh, actually pretty good. Actually really good. Yeah, so let's big reborn. Gonna reborn here. We need a way to extend though. Can we extend? The Lantern is pretty much dead on the draw. I think I'm gonna go Minstrel here. Ooh, actually some good, decent mills. Okay. Got Basilimer Protect. Let me put this back. It's back. Oh. Get back the field spell, but that's not going to really help us here, isn't it? No, it's not going to help us here. So I need to do this. I need to get rid of this. Get rid of this. So we're still going to do the same principle of... I think we just go marbled. Because you're under draw, so we couldn't add dive, but basically we could have done that. I think we're gonna keep Basil. Yeah, no, let's add Basil. We can add any card basically, so it's fine. If we didn't have draw, we would have won this game easily. Because remember, we kind of not having ability to search dive and those things, but we still had plays under draw, so it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, I think let's search this. Well, let's add this back rather. I mean, we played through quite a bit, to be fair, though. We played through an Azalea, we played through Effect Veiler, we played through Creation King, playing under draw. Like, we're playing through quite a bit. Take control of a monster, like, quite a few things. So, actually, not bad. Just make sure we're here. Hold on. I just want to read this one card quickly. If the game will allow me. Hold on. This one. What does this one do? During the main phase. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Dark Blade. I mean, I guess we can negate that. That's fine. Does he have Bone Party? I think he does. No, he doesn't. He has Bone Party. Why didn't he? Oh, okay, I guess. Alright. What is he reborning here? Creation King? Okay, that's fine. Oh, we can attack directly. Oh, okay, but it's fine. I think I take no. Do I take no damage though? Let's see how this is worded. Monsters cannot be shot by that battle. Okay. Yeah, I think I still take damage though, so it's fine. Yeah, the Akron makes it that the guys attack directly. So, yeah, it only works on monsters. So this one only protects monsters though. Let me just check something. Does Crystal Heart say the same thing? Yeah, I think it takes the same thing. But we're actually gonna try it though. We're gonna see if that ruling works. But I think because you see the problem is it says also you take no battle damage. So obviously it just means you cannot be assured for that battle, yes, but does it mean for that battle specifically you're not gonna take damage? I don't know. We'll see. Because it says when the opponent monster declares an attack. Not necessarily an attack on this monster, but I don't know. That's just how the wording says. Because it says also. So it says you can't be destroyed by battle. That's fine, but then it says also. So does it mean specifically the monster? We'll see now. We'll see now. We'll see, because the way it's worded, it's gonna be, yeah. We'll see what happens at the end. I mean, we'll see how it works now, because as far as I know, the damage is not restricted to just that specific card. Because remember, if you just declare an attack, then that's it. But we'll see. We'll see just now. Other cards are expensive. Do you feel playing this deck with Marissa's Atlantean is better, or just Atlantean or Marimo is better? Well, I think. You see, look, it's asking because you see when an opponent declares an attack. So let's see something here. Let's see something. No damage. So it's not tied to the card. It's just tied to the effect. So no battle damage is for the entire turn. So it's actually fine. So this actually is worded correctly. Yeah. So that's how I thought. Because for a long time I always thought no, but the way it says you take no battle damage, it's not tied to the card. It's tied to the actual battle itself. Because it says on attack declaration, not necessarily on targeting the monster. Yeah. So I think that's actually fine. Actually fine. So now you know. Because as far as I know, that's how I interpreted it also. Ooh, Sidra. Well, we got that card. Yep. No, we're not going to do anything about that. Now you can destroy again. That's fine. You can destroy again. Now, do I have a way to get? I don't. I don't have a way to get play here. I need a water to discard here. Yeah, the field spell's not going to do anything, so it's fine. But at least now we know that the Marbled Rock, the effect that says it protects your monsters from battle, that's if they're gonna attack the monster. But when they say you take no battle damage, it's for the actual attack declaration, whether it's directly or not. It's just to make it basically your monsters protected from battle only. So that means Crystal Heart does the same thing. It means Crystal Heart does the same thing. Because if you look at Crystal Heart, it says also when this card so with Crystal Heart it's a bit different, because it says when this card or your Marince's Link monster this card points to is targeted for an attack, you can send a Marince's card from a Marince's monster from your hand to your grave for that battle. Your monster cannot be a show of battle. Also, you take no damage. So this is the same wording. The only differences between Crystal Heart and Marble Rock is that this is specifically targeting it or a monster it points to. Whereas Marble Rock is not like that. It's just any attack declaration. Your monsters will not be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage. That's basically it. So it's very interesting. So now you know. The battle damage effect will happen regardless. Because it's not like saying then. It's more like if it says also, means the other effect doesn't necessarily have to happen. It just, if it resolves, then that's it. So it's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you played through all of that, I'm actually not surprised, because it actually played very well. So we just needed another play to go for, but it's fine. I'm not complaining about that at all. Now, if we're just playing Marissus alone, I don't think we would have broken through the board like that. Definitely not. They would have dealt with that normal summon quickly, and all of that would have been done. So. Ooh. This hand is God tier. Oh my gosh, look at this hand. This hand is great. Pretty great. So obviously, we're going to start with this, obviously. We have Shadow Squad already, so I feel like we can do something else. But yeah, let's still not play into Duel, obviously, so. I mean, even if we do get Duel, yeah, I think it's still fine, so we'll see. We'll see. Even if we do get Duel here. Okay, doesn't seem like we're getting Duel, so that's a good thing. Very good. But that we already have technically the extender we need an Aqua Angel, but you can search for literally anything. So I'm actually going to search for I search for Abyss Shrine, yeah. Wait, what's happening here? Oh. I'll just search for Abyss Shrine, it's fine. Yeah, we have way too much to extend here. So we're gonna get rid of Aqua Angel, it's fine, we have another puppy, so it's okay. And you're playing Sky Striker, so what does that mean? What does that mean? Your whole hand is pretty much not good. I mean, it is good, but it's not like amazing. Playing this card though, Terrors of the Overroot, that's interesting. I guess we can right Hickey, but I'm kind of thinking now, how are we gonna play around this? Oh, actually, go from here. Yeah, we're pretty much gonna have to be right here, so this is fine. Yeah, there's literally like so many ways you can play it, because I wanted to basically go Neptibus with Bubble Reef and the equip spell that will negate basically two equip spells or two spells. So that's literally what's gonna happen here. Because Argonaut only negates one. There were just a lot of plays you could have done there. So you see, you literally have so many options. You don't really lose to like, oh my gosh, I used to Othello or whatever. You don't really care. You can still play the game. That's what I like a lot. Ooh, spaces. Okay, what card do we get? Card of Fate. Okay. Two spaces again. Ass piece. Oh man, come on, don't give me this card. What kind of card is this, bro? It's a vanilla ritual monster. So whenever I get a card that's a vanilla or doesn't do anything, I literally go second. If I win the coin flip. If I don't win the coin flip, it's fine. But if I go second, then that's it. This has been the best event so far. Yeah, I think in a long time, they actually thought about this. So props to them, because this is a really interesting event. Exactly. That's what I like about this deck. I don't lose to one card like White Forest. I lose to one card, yeah. Whereas before we used to use to the normal summon, but now we don't really care about it. Like, look at this. Like, we literally have plays here. Like, you see, you would think, okay, before, if you have Basilima and other things, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to play the game. Now you're like, okay, cool, I can break the board. So, that's the benefit of this. What is this? King of the Swamp. Polymerization. What are they writing? Tilament? Ah, Fiendsmith. Fiendsmith. We'll talk about how they didn't touch Fiendsmith at all in the latest ban list. At all. Do you use that deck in rank? Yeah, I do. I do. Though I am playing it like not often. I've been switching it up every time. Playing pure Mermail, Murmur Morensis, just mixing up because I like to keep my mind fresh. And given that obviously you don't want to get burned out playing a certain deck, so you want to switch it up every now and then. But yeah, I mean, I'm using this for Meta Weekly tournaments. I mean, playing this, but this is fine. Ooh. Tilament, okay, that might be interesting. Fiendsmith Tilament. I've faced him before. Aldray. Okay. Wait, what? Are you banishing your Lurie? That's interesting. Oh wow, you milled a Tilament. What are the odds of that? How many cards is your rank deck? 60. 60. Because in my testing that I did like months ago, I saw, okay, can you play this 40 cards? Can you play this 50 cards? Can you play the 60 cards? You can play all of it, but I think with 60 cards you have a less chance of not seeing your one-offs, because there's a lot of one-offs in the deck, in the engine specifically. So, and because certain cards are requiring you to have, let's say for example, Poseidra and Dragoons, because Dragoons is not a starter, it's just the engine piece. Like, you need that to be either in the hand or in the deck somewhere. So this card is considered a brick if you open it and nothing else. So 40 cards is not really optimal for playing this thing better, because yes, you'll obviously be hyper consistent, but then you lose that sense of, okay, grind game, because remember, resources will be used up quicker. You'll be seeing a lot more one-offs, which you don't want to be seeing, because now if you can't summon from the deck now, then what do? You have to now do some other plays, which is not really optimal. So I think you can probably push it to play 50 only, but then also you run the risk of not running enough non-engine, and that also is a problem too with the 40 card list, because I think with the 40 card list you only have about 8 slots for non-engine, or 20, I think. I can't remember exactly, but the amount of just taking into account Maxi, Core Buy, and Mulch Army back also. You want to obviously run at least one Mulch Army, 2 Maxi, 1 Core, and Core Buy if you can run Core Buy, and then cross out. And also considering other non-engine, you want to run board breakers as well. So it's like 40 cards isn't really optimal. So I always say whenever you start out a deck, sometimes 40 cards is not enough because yes, you are going to be consistent with 40 cards, but is it going to be optimal playing 40 cards? Because if you're seeing a lot of duplicates, which are, if you're playing 3 ofs and 2 ofs, and you're seeing duplicates of those things, then it's not really an optimal deck because you are seeing duplicates, which is a brick. So that's where now you want to diverse it. So you run at least 50, 60 cards just to, you know, balance it out. So I think 60 cards is a perfect, because I did the math. You still pretty much have an 86% chance of opening at least one starter. One. Which is pretty good. Considering your deck has about 19 or 20, opening at least one starter with another card combination is not bad in a 60 card build. Obviously, if you make it less, there's going to be more and more high percentage, but basically 4 out of 5 games you're going to be opening pretty good. Like you saw now, how many games now have we opened? Every hand has been good. There's at least one starter in a Basilima, and then there's at least other cards which are combination of each other, like 1.5 card combo. It's pretty high. So that's the main downside with 40 cards, because the engine requires so many 1-offs and 2-offs, and they're not necessarily starters. You run the risk of opening stuff you don't want to be seeing opened. So especially because we're always talking about going first. Going second is like fine, but going second is another thing. Speaking of this guy's board, what is this here? Baldrake, Duel, Killers. Wow, interesting board. Oh, Abyss Shrine. That actually make things interesting. Embed out some disruptions, especially like Rukalos, for example. But at least like Aniptibus, that's fine. We have Aniptibus in the deck, that's okay. I think let's start with that. Let's start with this. Of course he's obviously gonna negate that. Of course he is. But what he doesn't know is that I can obviously chain to destroy the Baldrake. Bye-bye Baldrake. Wait, what? He wants to fuse now? Oh, okay, he can still fuse. Okay, that's fine. Does he have what's his face now? A Shadal. If he doesn't have, okay, that's fine. Okay, we're good. What can he go into? Let's see. We'll go into a Grapha though. He has King of the Swamp. We'll see what he can go into. Going into Collider Hard with no target. Just Desiree though. Oh, and he's used this effect. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. Return back to the hand. Probably this. Yeah. Force out the Desiree, break the board, and then yeah, we go from there. Cool. It's fine. I still get a search. Let's just get this Redeemer. Because I haven't normal summon yet. Broken. Literally broken. This guy. Now you're gonna see why this is like probably the most insane way to break a board. I'm gonna discard that. Everything's level 7 now. Make this. Probably the best board breaker you'll see. Let's send this. And we're gonna send this. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Bye. All gone. All gone. And I still have plays. Can we get max damage? Of course we can. Of course we can. Let's see. Yeah, we can still make plays. Have I used it? Yeah, I've used this already. Let's get your games here. Okay. Probably just get the follow up here. The 51. Yeah, that's just still fine. Yeah, we still have plays. We haven't even done our Marincess plays yet. This is all just Atlantean so far. All done so far. I'm just trying to think. Are we gonna... Field spells are gonna boost us a bit. We'll see how we're gonna go. We might not have lethal this turn, but I think we might have a chance. Let's just see how far we go. That's 7,000. And then we should be enough here. We'll see how it goes. This should be enough, right? Look at that. 8,200 damage. Through Tillerman's screen and still having lethal damage. Guys, tell me. Where have you seen that happen? Full board, broken, and then you still have plays afterwards. When you're breaking boards and still doing combo, that's what you want. Exactly what you want. Where have you seen you making lethal damage under Tillerman's screen? That's very rare, though. Very rare. Full board. Play through all that stuff. I said it's perfect because it literally fixes Marincess's biggest weakness. And I'm perfectly fine with it. Ooh, Parallel Twister. What is this? What is this? Send one other spell trap you control. Ah, okay, that's actually quite nice. You can send a field spell for cost and then go from there. I already do like that. That was really good. That was really good gameplay. I like that. So what I'm saying, going second has never felt so easy. It's like, okay, you usually know you can contest with the board. You don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have ways to play the game. No, you can still play the game. That's where the Mermaid Atlantean shine, going second. I think everyone knows it, even in the OCG and TCG, like literally going second, probably like one of the best decks that can literally break boards. Naturally, without relying on any like hand traps per se. Just pure engine breaking boards. Like even now, look at this. Trainer and this is breaking a board already without even normal summon commitment. Insane. I mean, yes, I have Dragoons, but we'll see what our 6-bill is going to be. Oh. Cynic Mining? What is this? Oh, it's probably like a Firewall, Code Talker hybrid deck, probably. I mean, this is still fine. It's still fine. Yeah, it looks like a Firewall, Code Talker, probably going to be like a big negate board. We'll see. Bearing in mind, we're going second and 4,000 life points, so which makes it a lot easier to OTK pretty much. But if you're going first, it's kind of like risky because if you don't set up a nice enough board, then yeah, you may be in trouble. But we'll see. Fire wall. Okay. Mathmech, of course. It's not Cyberse without Mathmech somehow. Now, very soon we'll be getting the... Not very soon, but in the future, you obviously will be getting the Adignista support, which is going to be quite good for Cyberse decks that are not Marensis, of course, because it seemed like they forgot that there's restrictions on that, but basically, every Cyberse deck can benefit from the Adignista support, especially Malice. Definitely is good in Malice, of course. Because I think once Malice comes in, I think it will literally be like the next best Cyberse deck after Mathmech Firewall, I think. Because it will just play like objectively better. So. Mathmech Circular. How many cards have been stemmed from that one mechanic of just seeing a card for free and summoning it? And actually does quite a bit. Because before Mathmech were doing nothing. Before Mathmech Circular came, literally was doing nothing. But now it became literally so broken that it's a 1-card link 5 on its own. Without even normal summon. Factorial, of course, bro. Of course. Classic. Let's see what they're going to end up on. Bro, they're just hard opening all these cards. Like, what? Crazy. Link Decoder, banned in the TCG, by the way. Banned in the TCG because it's like so good in Malice. And just in general, because it just does too much. So I think I'm gonna search Gachuri now, I think. Yeah, that might be a problem now because he's got an unaffected monster that we might not be able to deal with. So we'll see what happens there. Code generator, oh, okay. I thought he would search the Gachuri Adignista, but okay. Maybe he already has it. Terahertz, that's fine. We all know about terahertz. Protect code filter, okay. Okay, so this one protects your stuff from being targeted here. Yeah, your opponent cannot target Link 4 hires. Well, obviously this is on the field, of course, but if it's on the graveyard, it's fine. Then you can summon this card, yeah. But basically, it gives you protection from being targeted, which is good to know. It is very important to know. But the nice thing about the Dragon Lord, if we can get to it, it doesn't target. It just returns. So it's like, boom, return everything, gone. He may be going for the U-Link. That's fine. We don't even need the U-Link. We don't even need to do Link summoning. We just need to XC summon and we're good to go. We can break the U-Link. There's no Ibli. I don't think... Is Ibli legal? I don't think so. Okay. We'll see. Maybe he's going for it. Maybe he's not. He probably is. But the U-Link is not going to do much because... Unless he's going to spin cards back. But we can still make plays though. I mean, yes, we won't be able to link summon. That's fine, but do remember Terahertz has a link zone right here. Has a zone right here. So as long as we have that, we're fine. Parallel Exceed. Let's see what he does. And I can also get rid of a card in the field also with Parallel Twister. I can use this, send it off, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. See what happens. Ooh, Silent Conflict. That might be interesting because that one prevents you from activating cards with the same name. So always good to be wary of that. Generic Cybers. Wow, what a generic searcher. Just searching for any level 3 or lower Cybers. Because you see what I'm saying? Like, you see, if decks like that have the ability to search monsters, we should also have the ability to do that also. Because that's what makes Memory Lantern also good, because they can also search their monsters also. Even though it might not be like, it might seem unfair because it's once per turn, but there's literally limited monsters they can search. Wait, what? Now it's a shame that evenly match is not legal. Is evenly match legal? Hold on. Is it? No, it's not. It's not legal in this event. If it was, oh, it'd be so good. It'd be so good. It's not. It is not. I also don't know how he's having time also. I also wonder Yeah, I think he's running out of time. I think so. Yeah, look at that. He's not sitting. This is not his full board. This is not the full board. This is not the full board. He literally doesn't have enough time. Yeah, this is like, oh, this guy still has plays though. I mean, this is fine. It's not too bad. Yeah, this is not his end board. Like, this is could have been way better, but obviously he's doing like a million things, which is fine. I mean, you have a lot of options. So. Let's see what we get. Not the ideal, but okay. We will deal with that. I'm trying to think how we're gonna. Wait, he hasn't sent the save worm, right? Oh, he has. Okay. So only this can spin back cards up to number of Ritual, Fusion, and Synchro. So it's 1 and Link also. I was just not okay. Ritual, Fusion. So 1, 2. Only 2 cards. Okay, that's not bad. I have to make this thing untargetable, which is, yeah, but the back row is, I want to deal with the back row. The back row is the problem. Let's clear out that back row. Imperm, okay, that's fine, that's good. We're baiting out that Imperm, that's fine. Alright. Ooh, shit. Okay, okay, so that, it was right. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So Shadow Squad cannot be activated again, that's fine. Okay. Let's deal with this. It was a normal spot, I thought it was a quick play. Let's force this out. Oh. Okay. Okay, he still has the non-target spin back. Yeah, I think he does, yeah. Does. Ooh. No. This is discipline here. You don't want to overcommit because he still has the play shim play with the super factorial, and also he's got this. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't overcommit. What? Oh, what? Really though? Wow, okay, just spun the normal summon. As I said, biggest weakness is the normal summon, especially for the Marincess plays. That is the biggest weakness. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. I mean, to be fair though, we played through quite a bit. Like 4 or 5 things. So you're probably wondering why I didn't summon Springo, because I knew it was going to spin both of them back anyway. So either way, he could chalk it up to 2. So even if I summon the Springer, you'll still spin back the Marincess cards. You obviously wouldn't you know, spin back this guy, obviously, but please mill Scalus. The Scalus. Oh no. It's not good. Ah, that's not good. That is not good. Yeah, that's what you use. It's a bit of a crazy bull, but we could have dealt with it. But the Imperm, you see, again, the Imperm did make things a bit interesting. That's all, because that's the only thing I didn't account for, the Imperm. But everything else I accounted for, so it's fine. It's okay, GG, man, it's fine. This is where Furulos was going to go hard here. This. I definitely Furulos would have stopped him there, but it's okay. That's fine. I mean, that's it. The Imperm did make things a bit more interesting, but that's fine. But like I told you, layered interruption. So you see, there was a lot of stuff going on in his hand. I don't think he had many things. But yeah, you think that deck will be doing well in ladder? I don't think so. Because their Maxi exists, so they won't be doing so many things. Another playable hand. You see, every hand is playable. Every hand is playable. Which is what you want. Oh, bro, another Cybers again? But now this time, this guy drew the brick, though. It's not bad, but he drew the brick. This is a card that needs to be in the deck to be relevant. Otherwise, if you hard draw, it's not that great. Unless he opens Parallel Exceed, then he's just the best player of all time. Bro, how is he opening Mathmech cards? Like, these guys always open a Mathmech card. It's so crazy, though. You know, just in both games, they open their Mathmech. That's just, like, what? How crazy is that? Because this is the exact same line they're going to go into. Oh. Interesting. This exact same line, bro. How did he go? I tell you. The heart of the cards are good for these guys, clearly. Like the only thing stopping these decks are literally full loss maxi, and that's it. They won't be doing much. Link 5 with just save room with super factorial. It's like the same stuff. And remember, Mathmech at one point was just so unfair. Like literally everybody was playing it. Same thing with these, and you know, there's a similar pattern that's happening. Whenever there's a new flavor of the month, everyone's gonna be playing it for a bit, overusing it, and then before you know it, it gets hit. And now look what's happened now with Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes got hit because it is just the most popular deck in the game right now. It's good on ladder. It has high win rates because literally it's like people are not playing stun anymore as much because Blue Eyes is basically not like, it's just doing better things. So it's way too good, especially in the best of one. I think in the best of three it's kind of fine because it's like whatever. Because in the OCG and TCG there's no ban, there's no hits. So it's only a master duel, like first time they actually hit the cards. And it's ironic because they didn't even give it its time to shine, because remember in the OCG and TCG the metas were quite different when Blue Eyes came out, because Blue Eyes in the OCG came out a month after the Ryziel and Madness cards came out, so it didn't even give a chance to shine properly in its own format because Malice and Ryziel were just dominating. Same thing in the TCG. It came out in February, but the Ryzen and Malice came out in December. So literally, again, same thing. It never got its chance to shine. So it only got a real chance to shine was in Master Duel. So I guess I'm very surprised. It was not even a month or two, and then they decided to hit the card. I don't know why they decided to hit Sage and Maiden. And Maiden's a new card, by the way, but I don't know why they decided to hit that. Honestly, don't know why. Doesn't make sense to me at all. Because if they're telling me that Blue Eyes is a problem, but yet Snake Eyes was running rampant for like a year and a half, they're still a top tier deck still, and they haven't killed the deck, then clearly they don't know what's going on in terms of their own game for balance sake. Because we've been saying for a long time, kill Snake Eyes, kill it. Ban originals for spoils. You don't ban it, you limit it to one. Bro, who cares? The deck is still pretty much playable as long as that is existing. Because they have many ways to access their Snake Eye stuff. So if you ban the originals for spoils, it'll make it a lot difficult for them to search their stuff. Quite easy. They have to play some other tacky deck just to get a way to search it. But it basically makes it pretty much unplayable. But they're not going to do that. Snake Eyes has been literally the same deck for like 2 years. Literally. Oh. Is that a bad thing? Mathmech multiplication in the hand. That is quite risky though. Ooh, that's bad. Really, really bad. So they can't do that multiplication thing again. But yeah, the ban list was weird. I don't know. I mean, even the sprite hits. The sprite hits are fine because it's literally powered. Bro, what? Access code Toko on turn 1. Bro, what is going on here? What? So you see what I'm saying? Drawing the bricks, yeah, it's a problem. Okay, so Sonic Conflict is, bro, what? Hello? What? What is this inboard, bro? This way, okay, not ideal, but fine. Huh? Bro, what? You could have just left the decode Toka heat so it will still count for Sonic Conflict. You didn't need to go to access code Toka though. I don't think so. yeah, we need to do something different here. Banish this. But you still got like 4 interruptions still. 5 actually, 5. Because the Legion is 2 things. Negating Abyssteus. What? Bro. What? Interesting. Okay. Now remember, you're not being protected from being targeted, so now I can do this now. Bro, you asked the wrong effect. Oh my gosh, no. That's bad. That's really bad. You asked the wrong effect. You should have kept that. You should have really kept that. This would have been a double negate here if you had just kept it. But to be fair though, it's fine. I mean, he's gonna stop Poseidra, but I feel like he's just now, because now at the time of the depletion activating, there's only a card discard from the hand. And that's it. So it's not like really doing much. As you can see now, obviously this is going to resolve now. Because only 1 card from the hand. So the depletion pretty much is wasted essentially. Bro, of course, Springo, bro. Of course, dude. Like, what are the odds of that? Oh, what are the odds? What are the odds of that, bro? That is so interesting. And now I have to do this now. What are the odds of that? Now I have to do this. Bro. Yeah, this is still fine. Poseidra. Yeah, we good. We good now. We are good. Yeah, we can use to summon anything, it's fine. Spin back card, yep. Oh, do I have to activate? I actually didn't want to activate, but it's fine. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we can add. Let me see here. Save RAM, Y control A. Then for higher cybers. Okay. Let's spin this back. Ooh, this is going to be very hard for the opponent. Ooh, very, very hard. I have even normal summon, by the way. Have not even normal summon, eh? Yeah, this is like, what? What are they even doing, bro? What are we even doing? Marincis Blue Tang. I think I pretty much win the game now. Yeah, I do. This is game. Yeah, you can negate. This is fine. I literally have game, bro. Yeah, this is game, bro. Yeah, this is game. Yeah, this is game. This is game. Well, and when I say game, he literally there's no follow up. Yeah, literally no follow up. Yeah, there's literally no follow up. Yeah. Yeah. There's literally no follow up. Yeah. This is fine. Let me just do this. Get rid of that. Cool. That's a lot of plays. I'm fine. Let's be fine. Yep, I'm fine. Literally fine, bro. Literally fine. There's no way I'm losing this now. GG, man. Got 0 follow-up. Literally 0. Let's get the patient out of there. Literally over. All right, let's go. Yeah, this is literally over. Yep. What are you gonna do? End of main phase. End phase. Yeah, you got nothing. Literally got nothing, bro. Yeah. This is over. Yeah, definitely it's over. Beyond over. Let's just see what we're gonna get. Doesn't really matter. Literally doesn't matter what you get. Ah, Brillia. Okay, cool. We can get back a. Yeah. It's literally over, bro. Literally over. Yep. Like I said, breaking boards without normal summon commitment normally, and then you just have bodies on field still. And that was it. But you see, his main mistake was he didn't ash the Shadow Squad. He should have just waited. But also, the problem is if you don't ash the Abyss Shrine, the Sergeant comes on field, does the exact same thing. So either way, you see, it's very tricky what to negate because you're still going to have something happening. But also, I don't know why he chained the Swim Factorial because now he had to activate Laplacian. Otherwise, it wasn't going to activate. So, but anyway, it was still a good showcase for God. Nothing wasn't bad. Yeah, that was good. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, come on. Mystery Shell Dragon, what is that? Oh, you seriously? I got a downgrade from Blue Eyes White Dragon to this? Ah, okay, that's fine. But like I said, we go second every time we get a monster. Okay. Yeah, we literally go second. Bro, that's such a huge downgrade. If we got the fourth Blue Eyes White Dragon, I would have played Blue Eyes. Because it just makes sense to play Blue Eyes. I mean, no point playing Marincius with Blue Eyes. I'd rather play Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes. But, I don't know. Exactly, I also don't know too. But that's what I'm saying. I like this event because it's kind of like interesting because you think, oh, okay, cool, I get to use a nice card, and then other times it's like, oh, whatever. But damn, what a big downgrade. Because of the dice. The dice moves you to the next thing. You know, come on. What's happening with the servers? Come on now. Oh, this would have been so nice. Like this event literally says legally cheat because you can literally summon 4 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Or literally not